to a hostile environment. These fans are ready to knock them off course. Welcome to the Big House, home of the Michigan Wolverines. As we'll see the national champions from last year, the Ohio State Buckeyes, taking on a fellow Big Ten foe, the Michigan Wolverines. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. The Wolverines will put total leather and we'll get started. And he'll just take a knee. What a game we have coming up here. A top 10 team perhaps walking right into a trap. As any fan of college football knows, when you go on the road, you never know what you might run into. Welcome to the Big House, home of the Michigan Wolverines. As we'll see, the defending national champions, the Ohio State Buckeyes, taking on another team from the Big Ten, the Michigan Wolverines. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. And the Wolverines will kick it away first. Coming out with it, it's Smith. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. On the option. Now the pitch. Picks up the first down, still moving. And a big play there on the option. The pitch was executed perfectly.
This offense is going to challenge the defense with their assignment football in the option game, and they're doing it here early in the first quarter. Great job by the quarterback, making all of his reads. Nobody accounting for the pitch guy, so you flip it out to him. And a nice gain offensively here. And this is something the defense now is going to have to contend with for the rest of the game, trying to stop this option attack.
Let's talk just for a second about Ohio State. Boy, did they have a big pickup in recruiting. Stud in the secondary. 5-star defensive back. Gives them a verbal. What a huge boost for this program, David.
This is enormous. Getting the guy in the back.
Oh, he's got some space. Lots of green grass as he gets it to the 31.
Get the big-time receiver involved early in the game. That's a huge key for this offense, no matter who they're playing against. But you can see, with his size, with his ability after the catch, this guy is a weapon, and he's putting this defense on alert early.
A shot toward the end zone. Picked off, and the opening drive is stopped with an interception. Going the other way, and he's got room. All spins away. 30, at the 20. Touchdown, Wolverines. How about this defense taking one back to the house?
Dude, you're just thinking, hold him to 3, make him kick a field goal, don't let him score points. Heck no, you turn it into offense. What a play. Catches the ball in the end zone. Take a knee. Take a knee. No, sir. I'm taking this thing all the way back 100 yards to the house. What a play.
And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. These two first squared off in 1897, and this rivalry is almost like a history of the sport itself.
So much history, so much tradition. I can go back to 2006 when they were 1 and 2 in the country. You know, like, these games really matter. The uniforms are clean. The athletes are flowing. There's tons of athletes all over the place. This is always a huge showdown.
And you think about some of the great coaches that have graced the sidelines in this rivalry. Bo Schembechler at Michigan and Woody Hayes at Ohio State. And it's amazing, in a conference full of trophy games, maybe the greatest rivalry doesn't even have one.
Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. On the move, it's Peoples. Good, solid run on that one as he gets it up to the 33-yard line.
Love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
Big noise, big house, trying to rile up this Michigan defense on 3rd down. Wants to throw. It's Sayin. And this is going to be incomplete on 3rd.
Defense did a great job. 3rd and short on the opponent's side of the field. They're expecting quick throw. Everybody, they dug their heel on the ground. They're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
The Buckeyes will call on their punt team. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. Let's see what he can do with it. That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. They'll move the wide receiver. To the ground with the back. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going and handing the ball off.
Going to swing it on 2nd down. Takes the grab. It's Haynes. And he broke one tackle on the way to a solid pickup there.
And this offense, I think, will do a good job in this game divvying up the football and distributing it to different guys in the passing game. It won't just be receivers. It's not going to be tight ends. This running back, he's a weapon, too, after he catches it. You saw it right there.
3rd down play from the gun. Quickly out to the tight end. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory there down at
it's on third downs like this, if you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
Looking to pass. It's Underwood. Grabbed over the middle. It's Moore. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. There's so many great rivalries in college football, guys, but I think this one, because of the disdain and the excellence, sort of rises to the top.
Yeah, I mean, listen, there are great rivalries scattered all around this country. In-state rivalries, interconference rivalries, great history, great pageantry. But I think what makes Ohio State versus Michigan unique is the fact that more often than not, these are two teams competing for national championships at the end of the year, and this game really does determine the national landscape.
And 19 national championships between the two teams. Late in the year, it always matters. You go back to 2006, number 1 versus number 2. So always disdain, always hate. Don't even call each other by their names. Like, this rivalry means so much to college football.
On third down, he drops to throw. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a fourth down. And they'll pat the kicker on the tail and tell him to go give it a shot. He's going to have to break out the thunderfoot on this one, a 57-yard attempt. Just drives it between the uprights. And now the lead's extended a little further.
And not to be the old guys in the booth, but we are the old guys in the booth. Man, 50-yard field goals used to be really, really hard. Kickers nowadays, man, they are making it look so much easier, and he does right there.
They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Gonna run it. It's Peoples. Tackle is made at the 28 after a pickup of 3.
That's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down, the defense thinks you might be running the football. You still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. Looking for a man. It's Sayin. He's got an open man. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down. This guy makes it look easy, just like a lot of recent Ohio State quarterbacks have.
Man, you can set your watch by these guys. I mean, whether it's C.J. Stroud, Justin Fields, I mean, we can keep going back year after year. They always got a really good signal caller that you can really depend on to make big plays.
I love that play call, and I love the timing of the pre-snap motion. Because the quarterback was able to get it to the receiver right behind the offensive line, because of the timing, he was able to outflank the defense. That puts him out in space where he's able to use his speed. Nice job with the pre-snap motion and timing.
On the move at the 30. There he goes. He's finally stopped, but not before he takes it into the red zone. They'll mark it at the 18.
Well, obviously the offense went 3 and out on their last drive. They're having a little bit more success here. That was a nice run, and I think that's the key, guys. If they're able to run the football, they're going to be able to stay on the field. And I think that's something you want to think more about if you're the play caller on offense.
He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line.
Yeah, and listen, I'm going to move this guy everywhere. He's in the slot this time, but I'm not going to let the defense understand where he's lining up so they can double team him, put him in the slot, put him out wide. Either way, find this guy early and often.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Extending the play. And he'll just get rid of that one.
Good decision by the QB. You're outside the pocket. You're trying to find an open target. No one's open. Throw it away and live to play another day.
This crowd knows when to bring it. To the air, it's Sayin. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
QBs and receivers on third down, everything has to happen just a
This is now a 7-point game. So they were able to put up a 3 spot on that last drive, and now the kickoff team out there as they prepare to put boot to leather. He'll bring it out. It's Morgan. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. This drive will commence from their own 11-yard line. Wants to adjust the pattern. Someone not clear on the snap count. It'll be a false start, and they'll move it back. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Snaps it in the shotgun. The quick out. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play.
And man coverage, when they get up in your face, they make things hard. You want to be able to attack the whole field and get them leaning one direction and then break outside like you did there. Nice out route connection. Nice chemistry between quarterback and wide receiver.
The pull and throw off the RPO. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first.
In college football, you see this a ton now. And you use a quick passing game, basically as the running game. Get a few yards, get your offense ahead of the sticks, keeps it on pace for success.
Dropping back, it's Underwood. Fires to the big fella. The Wolverines get the first down. They get the conversion there. He used his size and nice moves to get past the chain.
And I like that. 3rd and short. Find the big fella, the soft hands, make a quick little move, make the completion, get the first down.
Looking downfield on first down. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. Didn't get much on the return, but what a huge play, and they are in business at the 24. And they'll get off one more play before the end of the quarter. Off the play fake on first down. The throw. Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33. So second down here as we're back at it after the break. Looking to fire. Rushes on him. Makes the catch. It's Peoples. Made a defender miss. Gets out of bounds after the big play, and they'll be set up in business with a 1st and goal.
And that's why if you're the offensive coordinator, you've got to find as many ways as possible to get this guy going. Just get him the ball close to the line of scrimmage. Doesn't need to be a throw deep down the field. He's so dynamic when he has the ball in his hands. You saw it right there.
He's going to lose a yard on that one.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Back to throw. It's Sayin. Looking to the end zone. Into the hallelujah land. Touchdown, Ohio State.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Morgan. Gets it out to the 20, about 5 yards short of where he'd be if he'd just taken a knee in the end zone. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. They're testing the right side here. Turning it on. He'll get it up to about the 32-yard line before he stopped, and it'll be first down.
What a nice run there. And from the beginning of Michigan football has been synonymous with running the football. You can think back to Tyrone Wheatley, Anthony Thomas, Chris Perry, Hassan Haskins, big physical runners that also had sprinter speed, and that could change the game. This dude right here, every time he has the football, he has the ability to go the distance, and that's what makes this Michigan offense so dangerous.
And the Wolverines trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Off the boot, looking for his man. On a little time, lets it go. Nice defensive play to get a hand in there and knock it away.
Great job on the back end in coverage. DB staying in the hip pocket of the target and was able to swat that ball away.
The Wolverines are way behind the sticks on this 3rd and forever. Leaves it with the back. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
And I really don't understand the play call. Palmer, like 3rd and long, and they're not trusting their quarterback. Does this say something about their quarterback moving forward? We'll get to that as the game progresses. But, man, I just think you got to trust your quarterback, and you got to pass the football on 3rd.
They'll break up this drive from the 30-yard line. The give to the back. Finds enough room to get 3 out to the 34.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Throws to the wideout. Got it in the middle. It's Smith. Still running at the 40. Turns it on down the left side. Touchdown, Buckeyes. He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him.
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
And the extra point was good to finish things off. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. He'll bring it out. It's Morgan. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. Opening play of this drive comes from the 12-yard line. They'll run behind the big guys on the right.
This offense has really struggled, and I think you're just waiting for one play, one explosive play to happen to hopefully galvanize you a bit offensively. That's not the case, and there, they try to run the football in the first play of the drive, and it gets absolutely blown up for a loss.
Not much there. He gets 1 to the 11.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Going to have to come up with a play on 3rd and 10 from inside their own 20. Looking downfield, it's Underwood. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. And the Wolverines send out the punt unit. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. He'll field the punt and try to make a big play. Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. They stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. They'll toss it to the left. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
I like the idea of going toss to the field, but you got to have better blocking by your wide receivers out there on the perimeter. They didn't get it done, and as a result, that's a negative play.
Here's a heat. Fires on the move. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be third down.
Well, they were trying to sneak him out of the backfield that time into the passing game, but that did not fool anybody on defense. What a hit, forcing that incompletion.
On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Fires to the wideout. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. He'll try to take it back.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision.
Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, hoping for better fortune this time around. Quick handoff. And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made. The Wolverines can really attack on this second and short. Running to the left. Stop is made almost immediately. Give him 1 to the 23.
Well, this running back has been the only guy obviously who's touched the ball these first 2 plays. He's looked pretty good. I think it's safe to say everybody in the stadium here on third down expecting him to get the ball again.
Off the RPO, quick throw to the right. And the Wolverines will keep this drive going.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on third down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
They want to run it left here. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Well, they're just trying to run the ball, but that time there was absolutely nowhere for the running back to go, and as a result, that's a tackle for loss.
The Wolverines with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Looking to throw, it's Underwood. Finds his big tight end. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion. They're at their fastest tempo trying to get off this third down play. To the ground to try to move the chains. That just never had a chance as they controlled the middle of the field and stopped him in the backfield on third down. On fourth down, trying to find his man. Bought a little time, lets it go. And they can't make the connection on fourth down, and they'll turn it over.
Well, great defense on that one. They were ready for pass, and they forced the incompletion. They're coming off the field. That's a big win for this defense.
Opening play of this drive comes from the 11. To the air on first down. Unloads to the wideout. Snagged in the middle. It's Tate. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down. Using his legs, it's Peoples. He made the first guy miss, but there were too many dudes coming to help, and they stopped him behind the line.
They're trying to run the football. There's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
They'll go to work in the air on second down. Finds the tight end. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. More than 100,000 making their presence felt. A huge third down here in the big house. Back to throw, it's Sayin. Pressure coming. Can't make the grab on third down, and that is a rare drop for this guy.
Well, the defense situation. Third down, that was critical for them to get off the field, build momentum, build some confidence. Nice job that time by the defense.
The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. Can you believe this? The offense is going for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Oh, he's going to try to get it all here. And that one falls incomplete. A huge stand by the defense.
That's a great job there by the defense here early in this game, getting a huge stop, and they've got an opportunity to make the opponent pay. Offense taking over now in great field position. Let's see what they can do here from a play calling standpoint to try to put some points on the board.
Trying to make magic on the scramble. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. The hurry up now, second down, clock ticking. Looking downfield very late in the half. Outside the pocket, lets it go. Complete to the right. A huge chunk play as he gets it all the way down to the 11. Quick timeout called on the offense after the play. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Sends it back in motion. Might be calling a hot route. Back to throw, it's Underwood. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update. And the Buckeyes will kick it off to start the second half. He'll bring it out. It's Stewart. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. They'll get this drive going from the 17. Move the tight end. Looking to throw on first down. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
The big tight end tries to make a catch, and you can tell extends for the ball, but great job by the defender getting in there, making the hit, dislodging the football out at the same time as he's going to catch it, and the big tight end couldn't hold on to it.
Oh, it's picked off. Not the second half start they'd hoped for. He was looking for room to return that, but he'll just hand it to the offense. They'll take over at the 18.
And talk about being an impact player for his defense. That's now his second interception in this game. Time and time again, when they've thrown his direction, he's come up with a big play, and in a tight game,
breaks into the open. That completion will take them inside the 10 to the 9-yard line.
I'll tell you what, if you want to be overzealous, if you want to be a blitzer all the time, I like running the screen right behind him. Did a great job throwing the screen. Almost broke this one for a long game, but it just keeps the defense a little bit more honest if you want to start bringing a lot of pressure.
They'll go to the ground. He pushes his way down to the 4 as they get closer and closer.
And nice job on second down. Maybe you're expecting a pass, but sticking the run in there, catching them off balance a little bit, getting a big gain, getting the first down.
Fans are bringing the noise on first and goal. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling. These fans raising the volume on second and goal. Michigan's eye as the Buckeyes are firmly in control.
And Ohio State, you know, they've let a few get away from their rival in Michigan, and they're trying to get that back. So they came into this one with a chip on their shoulder. They're not always used to being in that position when they play against Michigan. But, David, in the second half here, it's all Buckeyes.
Yeah, and you know you got to be physical. When you play the Wolverines, you know the type of brand that they play. Ohio State has matched that physicality. They have been ready. They were ready for the game, and they've handled business.
They'll try to put a drive together, starting from their own 12. The lone back's got it. He gets nothing, and they keep plowing ahead with the running game, and they've got very little to show for it.
Another tough run for this offense, and I think a big reason why they're down on the scoreboard right now is they just haven't been able to get this guy going. They've tried to give him the ball a lot. It just hasn't paid off, but you get the feeling, too, if they are going to crawl back in this one, they need him to break one off, and it just takes one play for this guy. Don't be impatient. You got to keep giving him the football.
Nothing doing downfield. He'll cut his losses and throw it away. It'll be third down.
Like the job by the defense there in coverage. They took every option away from the quarterback. He was outside of the pocket, nowhere to go with it, so they forced the incompletion throw.
To the air, it's Underwood. Oh, the big fella almost had the interception. Instead, it'll be fourth down.
Well, after struggling so much in the first half, you thought they would have made some adjustments here at halftime to see if they can open up this passing game. But early on in the second half, they're just not really able to get that done. Incompletion on third down in your own end, you're expecting them to punt.
Motion from the wideout. Making side adjustments here. On fourth down, they'll throw for it. Catch in the middle, it's Moore. Really good job making a play, getting it out to the 24 and moving those chains. And the Wolverines will snap it on 1st and 10. Looking to throw on first down. Catch in the middle, it's Simpson. That's some old school, hard-nosed, tough running as he powers his way to the 30. The Wolverines in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Back to pass. Grabbed in the middle, it's Klein. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
You know, I know it seems like an easy pitch and catch, but for the tight end there, that route potentially changes if it's man coverage. So good job by him knowing it's zone. I'm just going to sit down. This is basically like a check down, right? Let's just take the easy pitch and catch and keep this drive going.
Really nice job there to pick up the first down and get it to their own 41. And the Wolverines are moving quickly down the field. Wants to throw on first down. Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33. This drive was rolling, and then it got thrown into reverse. Here's a 2nd and 18. Wants to go up top. Just a little bit too much juice on that one as the freshman was taking a shot.
Yeah, and I don't know what happened. He didn't look open as it is, and the QB's trying to make a play, trying to force the ball, but at least he threw it where his guy could catch it or nobody could catch it.
On 3rd and long, he'll have to turn it loose deep. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down.
And you got to expect this offense to go for it again here on 4th down, right? Obviously trailing. We're in the second half, but we saw them try to go for it on 4th down early. Didn't have any success. They've got to dial up a better play here.
Motion from the wide receiver. On 4th down, he'll try to toss it. Takes a hit as he releases it and just spiked it right into the ground.
Yeah, and down by 2 scores, and I guess you get to the point where you got to say, I'm going to go for it. We got to be aggressive. We got to make this happen. They tried to make it happen. The defense comes up big. Now, it is not looking good.
Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. They have it once again in spectacular field position, cashed in the last time and even better this time around. So the decision has been made and the coach will take the penalty. Scanning the field, it's Sayin. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
Man, it's easy to play defense when you can do this. When you can get to the quarterback quick and make him make a decision quick, it makes it easier for the secondary, for the linebackers, for everybody on the field.
Under fire. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And this offensive line's got to do a little better job, man. You've got to give your quarterback time to go through his progressions, from go to 1 to 2, and then maybe make a play. And he goes off of his first target, and you could tell he did not have much time getting hit as he's trying to throw the football. You've got to protect your quarterback.
He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and 4th down's coming.
This is a disappointing drive for the offense, considering where this drive started, in their opponent territory. Now you're 4th and long. You've got to be better throwing the football in those types of situations.
And that is no good. Missed the field goal, missed the chance to make it a 3-possession game, but still a 14-point lead, guys.
And sometimes I just feel like 4th down, man, just go for it every time. Like, the field goal, miss, make, rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but you left some points off the scoreboard there.
Looking for a crease, it's Haynes. Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down.
Definitely been tough sledding for this guy, especially in the first half. They gave him the ball a bunch, but they just don't have a ton of yards on the ground to show for it at this point. That looked like a pretty good run, though. You just wondered maybe in the second half, if they keep giving him the football, it may start paying some dividends.
Man, a great job by the QB, finding the running back, get him the football where he can do some damage after the catch, and most importantly, get the first down.
Now it's 1st and 10 from the 46-yard line. Tight end now in motion. Back to pass, it's Underwood. Just a little bit too much juice on that one as the freshman was taking a shot.
Quarterback trying to attack the middle of the field. I like the aggressive nature, but his receivers aren't 9 feet tall. No one's going to catch that. No one can climb the ladder. You got to bring it down a little bit.
The inside handoff. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. If every journey begins with a step, this offense needs to step into a 3rd down conversion and then try to turn it into some scores, and fast. And it's incomplete despite some serious arm strength shown there. Trailing by multiple possessions in the 3rd and desperately needing a score, they'll go for it on 4th down. Defense showing plenty of pre-snap movement of their own. Caught near the sideline, it's Simpson. He's not even going to get close. Knocked out of bounds well behind the 1st down marker. The decision to go for it does not pan out. Good field position here as they start this drive from their 43. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Time to take a shot. And that one falls incomplete, trying to get a chunk play on that one.
And listen, as a quarterback, you're trying to find the matchup, trying to find who's open. I don't know if anybody was open, but that was not a greatly thrown football. I don't know if it was miscommunication, but the ball thrown out of bounds and just on to the next down.
And this one will be stopped for no gain. Boy, there wasn't much room to wiggle for that running back there.
None at all. Great job by the defense getting in the backfield quickly, closing up all the holes, nowhere to go.
Big noise in the big house for From the gun, wants to pass. Throws to the wideout. And his first pass is incomplete. It's tough to come in and fire one early. The Buckeyes will try to pin them back with the punt. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Solid punt, headed toward the sideline, trying to make it tough to return. And they'll let that one go, and it'll roll out of bounds. First snap of this drive will come from inside the 15 at their own 14-yard line. Dropping back, it's Underwood. Bringing the heat. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion.
There's an example of what happens when the quarterback doesn't have a chance to set his feet. The pressure just forced him to have to work off schedule a little bit. And I think because of that, he wasn't able to be as accurate as he wanted to be.
They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
Nice job by the receiver on the in route there. And how about the speed? After he made his break, he was able to actually separate a little bit from the DB, helping out his QB on that one.
Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Looking to throw on third. Caught over the middle. It's Simpson. They'll move those chains, getting it out to the 29-yard line and trying to get this drive rolling. The Wolverines come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Wide receiver going in motion. Looking downfield on first down. Got it in the middle. It's Moore. All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down. We talk a lot about Michigan building its offense around the running game, but they've always had an effective quarterback who can make plays down the field.
And I think some people hear effective, Reese, and take that as an insult, right? Like, I don't want to hear about my quarterback being effective. I want him to be explosive. I want him to be dynamic. But Michigan doesn't really have those guys most of the time at that quarterback spot. But when they find those good ones, they have great seasons.
Well, a nice gainer on that running back screen. Now, how about the offensive line getting downfield and getting blocks to really help out the back, find some space to go to work?
They'll run it from the gun. And they make the tackle, not before he gets the first down. Now let's see if they rush to the line or let the time run out here in the third. They go back to work in the final period of this one. To the air, it's Underwood. Quarterback extends the play. Grabbed over the middle. It's Marshall. A huge chunk play as he gets it all the way down to the 11.
Well, Reese, you and I were talking about this before the game. How is this defense going to be able to deal with all the speed they have offensively? You saw them just rip off a big play.
And Jesse, now their head's spinning just a little bit. Give up a big chunk play, and it's right back at him. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
The coaching staff defensively, they harp on this unit to be more physical, to fly to the football and gang tackle. You're seeing all of that in this game. That's why they're one of the best run defenses in the nation.
Got his man on the right. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening.
You get the completion, and now you set up a manageable third down situation in the red zone. This is a huge down in distance in this game.
On third and short, the run, and looking for the first down. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks. Trying to keep this drive alive. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on downs.
In the situation we're in, down 2 possessions, they obviously had to go for that one. And because they're not able to come up with it, it looks like they're going to be leaving this stadium with an L.
They are backed up. Defense smelling blood as this drive starts at the 5. Going right to work up top. Quickly to the flat, the wide receiver screen. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Offenses want to get the ball to their playmakers really fast, and they try to throw the wide receiver screen, but how about the defender? He was right there in his space, got him on the ground as soon as he caught it. He was ready for that play.
He just kept going backwards. You have to step up, and they get him for a safety. After giving up the safety, they'll have to kick it away.
Well, the defense could smell blood in the water in that situation, and a great job pursuing, getting to the football, showing you all of that athleticism they have, and they come away with the safety.
So here comes the Michigan offense. There have been a couple of missed opportunities for these offenses in the last couple of drives, Jesse.
And I think for this offense here, it'd be nice to hit an explosive play, be aggressive, and really pay off your defense's effort that last drive.
Yeah, instead of having to move the ball down the field consistently and then getting stopped on fourth downs, you're right. Create some of those explosives. Take those deep shots. Make those big plays.
Now on first down from the 43. Looking downfield, it's Underwood. Pulls it in, it's Moore. He'll go out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 31, and a big pickup on that one. They'll snap this one from the 32. It's first down. Might be changing the route. To the air on first down. Almost intercepted. It'll fall incomplete. The defense almost came up with a turnover.
And man, did the defense just miss an opportunity that they could have turned the lights out with the lead, get the football back here, missed opportunity. Maybe this offense now can take advantage and swing some momentum in this football game. Yeah, and this offense has to find a way to run the football. They got to get more creative, or whatever that looks like for this offense, something to jumpstart them because nothing really going on the ground.
Yeah, defensively, though, you got to give them credit, too, because they knew that physically they were going to try to be challenged up front. That was a big MO for this offense coming into it. But the defense, they've risen to the occasion. Their front seven has dominated this entire game.
And the Wolverines will have it first and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Now sliding to his left. And he's forced out of bounds, close to the goal line, and that shove saved a touchdown.
Well, I think you're starting to see some examples of why this guy is inexperienced in a freshman quarterback, right? Obviously, he's thrown a couple picks earlier in the game. That scramble right there, he's got to get down. He's got to take care of himself and slide. Great job, nice athleticism, good decision to take off scrambling and help his offense, but you really are seeing his...
And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Michigan.
And you see the option being such a pain in the behind of the best programs in college football. When you got quarterbacks that have those multiple options, they're making you play very disciplined, and the QB takes it himself, gets in for the score.
And he added the extra point. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Looking to throw, it's Sayin. Fires to the wideout. And it's picked off. That's the turnover they desperately needed. Good gain on the return. This defense has set them up with a big play.
We talk about having to have it. We needed to force the turnover. We had to get the football back. They're in such a good position to run out the clock, try to win. No, sir. Our ball, first down.
The give on the inside. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe. Second and 7.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Right on the money. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall. they want to take the lead, can't be thinking field goal here. They'll need a touchdown to go up in the fourth. He's looking to throw. Got rid of it in a hurry, but he couldn't find his man. It's incomplete.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
Knocked down behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard.
It's looking like they're going to have to try to throw this one into the end zone here on third down, David. Quarterback's got to be careful. Can't get greedy because you know these windows, they close fast.
Extremely tight windows. Find your big body guys that you know can win in contested situations here on third down.
It falls incomplete. He was trying to find his man for 6.
And this is a tough time for this offense because you're in passing mode. You're in comeback mode, and what is that? The defense knows that. Like, they're pinning their ears back. They're coming after the quarterback, and you've already struggled protecting your guy today and creating those explosive plays. This offense is going to have to buckle up and really protect their guy up front.
Trailing and getting deep in the game, they'll go for it here on 4th and goal. Looking to throw, it's Underwood. Pocket breaking down. Can't find his man. It'll be incomplete, and that is a heartbreaker this late in the game.
And that's such a good job by this defense. This offense is trying to find a spark, trying to get back in this football game. They're trying to be aggressive. The defense answers, and now you put your offense in a beautiful position to go out, execute a really good drive, and put a little distance between the other squad.
They keep it on the ground. Clock is their friend. And he runs through one tackle and picks up a few.
And I think if you're the head coach, defensively now, obviously, you've got 3 timeouts in your back pocket. You're trailing at this point, and the offense is going to be running the football, trying to bleed the clock. They're going to take as much time off the game clock as they can before snapping it. You've got to start thinking about using some of those timeouts.
That one's sort of like a shooter in basketball, just needing to see one go through the net, isn't it, David? Just get a completion to your guy and pick up some yardage.
Build some confidence because your confidence throwing the ball over the middle of the field and in tight windows, probably not at an all-time high, but check it down, make something positive happen. The running back does his job, so maybe this sparks a little something in the quarterback's head where he can feel a little bit more confident and bounce back from these early mistakes.
Gotta believe they just want to run it, take care of the football, and keep that clock moving on 2nd and 9. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
Timeout, Ohio State. Other scores were...
So now it's 2nd and long.
University of New Haven, 7.
Dropping back, it's Sayin. Firing to the right, complete. They'll mark him out of bounds at about the 29-yard line.
Now, you put those slot receivers in there, and here's why you do it. You back them off the football a lot of times, but who's guarding? A lot of times those are linebackers. Those are safeties. You get those good matchups where you can feature one of your speedsters, and a lot of times good things happen.
Wants to throw on 3rd down. He lets it fly. Catch inside the 30 and still running. Touchdown, Buckeyes! And once he got away from the D, they had no shot at catching him.
And, you know, late in the games, offenses sometimes get conservative when they got the lead and they got the ball. I love this offense. They were aggressive. They got another score added to the lead. Now you're trying to salt this game away.
And he makes the extra point. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Fielded in the end zone. It's Stewart. Slips through the line. Got a little room. He's going to get loose. He won't get him. It's a touchdown.
Well, the good news is you scored a touchdown. You've made this a one-possession game. The bad news is you got to get the ball back. So if you're the head coach, you got to start thinking, how are we going to do that? Are we going onside kick, or do we trust our defense to give it back to the O?
And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. You get a return like that, and it can't just be the guy with the ball who's right. Everybody has to do a job, and they did that in brilliant fashion on that one. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Gets the back moving. Back to pass. It's Sayin. Quickly to the tight end. They corral him out of bounds. Mark it down at the 38, and this offense might have something going.
I'll be honest, man. If I had the weapons these guys had offensively, I'd be staying aggressive too. It's what got them to this point. It's why they have the lead here in the fourth quarter. Take some shots when those opportunities present themselves.
It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Wide receiver comes in motion. Touch pass on the jet sweep. He stopped at the 49 after gaining 10. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. They've come out with answers on this possession, and now another first down. They'll run it to keep this clock grinding. Makes a man miss. He's got 67 yards on the ground as he gets closer and closer to that magical 1,000-yard mark for the season. The Buckeyes with the 1st and 10. Motion from the back. Looking to throw on first down. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
Yeah, and you don't see very many quarterback hits on screens. You know, the offense wants to bluff real quick and make it look like pass, and then the quarterback's supposed to pop up, look like pass, and quickly get rid of it. You could tell timing all wrong. It was all jacked up, and that play went absolutely nowhere.
Caught in the backfield. It's Smith.
Well, I know everyone expected this guy to put up big numbers, but I don't know if anyone thought he could go for over 2,000 receiving yards on the year, but he did with that last catch. Wow.
Big third down as the crowd gets behind this defense. Out of the gun to give to the back. And they're able to get a third down stop here. See if they go for it on fourth.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
Big tight end makes the grab. First down, still on his feet. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains. So with the late lead, they're ready to just drain the clock in victory formation. The game may be the best rivalry in college football, and this year, the Buckeyes will hold the bragging rights.